Okay, so this is Limbo. It's another game that I wanted to show off on the highlights of things in my creator page. Now, it's been a long time since I played this. I've completed it, right? So there are chaps like this. Actually played on the Xbox 360 controller, so congratulations to you. And these are the official channels to go check out if you haven't seen them before. So, I mean, I think I'm near the end on this. It might not be. It might be near the start of replay. It feels more like it's an early on one. Right, so how do I pick up this again? Right, so it's a very cool little art style game with its own sort of thing. Yeah, this definitely feels early on. So you have to do a lot of different puzzling, but it's a cool little puzzle platformer with its cool art style, and you know, it's got a nice little, what I'll say, subtle storyline, because it doesn't tell a story. It has a story, but there's no actual conversation. It's all muted, it's all black and white, and it spawns a lot of different games in its own nature as well, so yeah, this is definitely early on. So it's a lot about discovery and trial and error, and you know, just making your way through it all and figuring out what's going on and how to solve the puzzles. But it's a really cool game, and I definitely recommend it, which is why I want to put it on the curator page, and I will always play through anything that I put on my curator page. And you know, even if it's something that I've already completed, there are secrets as well, so maybe I'll demonstrate that fact. So there's this which you'll use to get over that water, but also we can come up here into these trees where there's secret things. So obviously there's some string here. Now you can use momentum pretty good to traverse around the game, so you know, you carry your momentum with your swinging, and obviously when games do momentum, well, it's always something that again gets pretty recommended. So damn it, I should have maybe carried my momentum with a bit of a run up. So we need a little tiniest bit of a run up there to actually make that, right? So you see there's some string there, but there's also this little branch here. So you do need that to actually get over there. But if I can get that string, I know that I can get that string. There's this little ball up here, which is a little secret, and there's a few of them throughout the game, so you know, they hold secrets. Just to go squish all the balls, and maybe they're spider eggs, who knows what they are, but maybe they have a purpose, if you can find them all. Obviously, death is persistence. Do we need to do all that again, because I died? We do, I'm an idiot. So we died falling out of a tree. You need to be careful about your height and, you know, things like that. But this is definitely a game that I want you to go check out, because it's an old game now, but it's a platformer, the genre of games that apparently no longer exist. It is a platform game. And platform games are cool, and they definitely need showing off, and this one's one of those that, like I say, spawns a lot of later games like Little Nightmares and different things like that. So maybe if it wasn't for this game and its atmospheric nature, those wouldn't exist. But, you know, they might have still came out anyway. But it's definitely something that I think is worth putting on your radar and playing for yourself, because, you know, you'll have fun with it. It is a fun and interesting game, so I've got to get my little spider eggy thing up here again. Because if we don't, then, you know, we're allowing the spiders to breed and the darkness to breed, and we do not want that. We have to squish that. Squish it out of existence. Its life is not allowed. It has to be ended. Right, so we can make it a little bit safer. I did wonder if we could have just ran off that and been safe, but I didn't want to risk it for a biscuit. Now here's an awkward bit where you can drown whilst putting this in if you're not careful. So you do need to give it enough momentum to push off, but also not get too deep into the sea to drown. So, you know, whilst there is a very obvious line where you might think is the drowning point, it does start a little earlier than that, so you have to be a little careful there. But I had a lot of fun with the game, and again, I played it all off whilst I was struggling with life and, you know, not able to record anything, so it never got a recorded playthrough. I did get it in the Humble Bundle though. It wasn't something that I was gifted. So here's like a boss. We have to encourage the trap onto him, but we don't have the trap yet. How do we get that trap? We need to encourage the spider to come over here. Yeah, you're tempted. Come on, you can get me. No, you'll have to try a little harder than that. You can definitely get me. If you try hard enough, you can get me. Okay, so maybe I need to go get something to knock it out the tree. I know it's there. We don't have anything that'll knock it out the tree. Okay, so let's go into the spider a few times. Obviously, he starts off by chasing you a bit earlier. Bits that you haven't seen, so just double check that I have turned off the overlay, because that would be embarrassing. Okay, so again, it's been a long ass time since I played this. Alright, so no, get up, get up. No, too slow. Okay, so he does start off by doing that. Then I want to encourage him to come after me though. Right, so I won't get too close because you'll actually kick me. Oh, we're in trouble. Okay, come on. Come out. Come out, spider. Okay, we'll bait that, then I'll run into it. And I'll get up. Get up. Damn it. How do I do this again? It's definitely not like that. Definitely not running straight into it. Bait his leg. Come on. No, I need to bait you a bit better than that. Can't grab his leg. Okay. How did I get that out there? Because I know that I need that. But I seem to be lacking. Ah, it fell out the tree now. Why hadn't you fallen out the tree before? I guess I glitched it and it didn't fall out. That sure is one way of doing it. Right, so now that it's actually fallen out the tree like it was meant to. No, well, I don't need to jump over it. Per se. I just need to move it when it's coming into attack. Right, so we got it triggered. Then we reset it. Then you'll come in, I will reset it again, and then he's going to be a bit quicker with the next one, so we have to get out of there before he swipes us. Okay, this time we got him. Then he breaks the trap. Then he starts running away. It's like he's scared of us. Why wasn't it triggering and coming out the tree? That was a bit broken. But he's still going to chase us down, even with fewer legs. So he is like the persistent bad guy. But also not the uber threat of the darkness. Because, you know, things happen that maybe change if you get all of the secret little things right. So we get a bit gummed up in here. And then we actually become like a cocoon. And hopping little cocoon guy. But for now, we're stuck. Nothing that we can do whilst he comes in for us. And then you think, oh no, it's a death, but it's not yet. He's just going to save us for later. As he cocoons us up, ready to eat later. It's like, he would have ate us natively before, but he didn't kill us this time. He just cocooned us. Now we've got to obviously break free from the cocoon. By using the momentum, obviously, if you swing hard enough, backwards and forwards. That's how you do it. And then we're just this little cocoon running away, trying to escape before he eats us. Blind. So, you know, we're just hopping off, hoping for something. Safety. Anywhere. Obviously, we don't want to fall down this hole, so, you know, you have to be careful with your jumps. I was just doing big jumps all the way, but we don't want that, because that would be very, very stupid. But falling down this hole might be helpful in some way. Not that hole. But we can still bump things, and, you know, it's an interesting way that they've told the story and changed it. Damn it. 0 deaths. I fucked it up. So yeah, it's definitely a cool way of showing a story without telling you a story, and then we need to run away before it comes for us. It's time, plenty of time. Didn't need to be so close as before. But I guess if you speedrun it, you know, maybe you want to be right next to it and literally pixel perfect of where it will land. Oh yeah. We need to ride that boulder across. So ball physics, you know, like you do in many ball games where you need to stay on the one side to make it fall heavier, but also not fall off it. So, you know, it's a cool way that they do this, and a few different puzzles in the game. And I'm not going to spoil the entire game for you. It's one that I'm just highlighting to say, hey, this is a cool game. You should go check it out and buy it for yourself. Because, you know, it's not expensive and it's a cool little indie game, and you should support your indie developers like this. So definitely go check out Limbo. If only my big jump triggered. It didn't trigger my big jump. I was getting impatient. Greed! The grease was real. And says your greed in chat. Yeah. If you've got greed emotes. If not, then, well, you know. There is a streamer, UberHacksAndOver at least, who has greed emotes. And that is one that was worth putting in there because we were greedy. But, you know. In the meantime, we'll just sit on this boulder whilst the impending doom of the spider comes for you. And they do a good job of showing this with the light and dark in the place, so it's not all just black and white, you know. Whilst it is, it also isn't, you know. It's grayscales and done very well, so that frees us. But we've got something attached to our heads. It's not anything too scary, it's just a little bit of spiderweb. Still, you know, it's a good little effect that shows, right, so that was a trap. Clearly. It's a trap! But, you know, that was a trap that we shouldn't have gone. I should have jumped straight off that. I don't know why I didn't. When I first played through that, I jumped straight off that without even getting killed by it, but coming back to this, it's like, yeah, maybe I'm a different gamer now. Maybe I'm just different now than I was back then. Maybe life has changed me in significant ways. But yeah, I would have jumped straight off that before, and now I'm not that good. Okay, so we need to give that a nudge again. No. No! I did it in the wrong place. And then get off that. Right, so that triggered properly that time. Yeah, I'm showing just how everything can be abused to not trigger, obviously. Clearly. I'm not just doing it to fuck everything up a million times. Not at all. Not at all. But yeah, it's cool how all these little traps have been set up. Maybe they're traps to keep the spider at bay, but, you know, we're going through them. But also they do seem to be traps against the human. But again, that human that was left there could have been a trap for the spider. But this is a mechanical spider. It's a fake one. It's not real. He's not a real spider. There's a guy just manipulating him with the little levers. And trying to make you scared. It's like, hey, there's another spider. But it's not. It's just a guy. Jumping puzzles. Right, maybe it's a running away puzzle because of the water. So, you know, he's dropping these. We've got to get close enough for it to trigger. Hello, fiery little ball. You will not get me. Satisfying little fizzle as it goes into the water. But the smoke effects are also good, you know, you can see that things are burning and on fire, right? So that's a smaller one that we can jump. And then there's another big one, but we've already outrun it, so you're not going to get me! Not this time, Satan! So there are other people in the world, but why they're attacking a little boy and scared of a little boy? Is it because he's demonically possessed in his eyes? Like, they don't have glowing eyes, but this guy does. Maybe they think he's in league with the spider because he escaped the spider. Whoops. Again, I'm falling for traps I didn't fall for when I first played through this. I was like, why isn't that triggering? Okay, so clearly I can't jump over that. What am I doing wrong here? Because that's double. Oh, of course. I'm an idiot. I was going to say, that's double trapped, you know, I can't jump on that. That guy's rope, he pulls away. Maybe if you get up there quick enough, there's a little bubble thing that you can splat. Because again, I didn't get them all. At least I don't think I did. And, you know, maybe there's a secret ending if you can get all the bubbles. Right, here comes the spider. We have the water. Maybe I can survive in that water. I didn't want to go into it because it seemed deep. Yeah, it seemed too deep to survive. Maybe we just need to jump further. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Let's go get one of those bear traps and bring back with us. Okay, you're not going to let me steal one of the bear traps. The button to pick up the bear traps wasn't working. Okay, so what am I doing wrong here? Forgetting how to play. Let's just hang off the ledge. That doesn't work either. Well, I mean, we can't jump far enough to not drown. So, you know. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a massive idiot not noticing that. But black and white, you know, physics. Again. You might not necessarily notice all these things, right? So I need to wait for the spider to come on this. Which is an interesting puzzle, you know. It's like, why is this stopped? And the spider's a bit dubious. But it allows you to escape by it trampling on that. So, you know, it's a cool effect. And again, we need to push. Well, I wanted you to push that further, but I guess not. But he'll stomp that now because of that, and then he falls down there. But we want to not get crushed by this, so we'll just run away from that now. But we can't run away entirely, so we'll let the spider get squished. But again, the way they make that works, it's cool how the timings are. It's very flashback. It's very cool. So yeah, I like the game anyway, and I enjoyed the whole thing. And it has an interesting ending and a lot of crazy puzzles at the end with gravity and different things as well. So, you know, the momentum carries on in that, and the gravity manipulation is definitely an interesting way of doing it. And, you know, I always like manipulation of gravity games and momentum games, especially when they're done well. So it's another reason that I recommend it for sure for a purchase. Okay, so these guys are going to be scared because the spider is still here and still coming, but now we're not going to get over there. So, hello, one-legged spider. Literally, we have to pull out its last little leg. It's like it's the saddest little thing. We're going to rip out its last little leg and make sure that it is truly dead. Completely destroyed that spider just to use its body, and now it's probably panicking. It would still have a mouth, but you know, I guess this spider has no mouth. And it's going, oh no, what are you doing? As you have to finish it off and use its body to escape the world, not die. And then it's just jizzed its guts everywhere. So yeah, it's a little sad what we have to do to that spider there. That's, you know, no one's going to be sad for the spider. There's a little boy in there. But can we free that little boy? I don't think we ever free it. I don't think it ever serves the purpose of being freed. Right, I guess I want to grab the rope and swing it backwards and forwards to get up there. Obviously there's more stuff over, but this is... I guess it's good returning to the game after having completed it in so long, because I don't remember all of this. Right, so we do want to get its physics to work. Right. No, that's not going to let me swing it either. Oh. No, that didn't work. Well, we can free that one and get that cage off, but we can't free the little boy's cage, which is unfortunate. Sorry, little boy, you do not get to be freed today. Not today. Maybe if I return up there after doing this, it lets you free the boy, but I get the feeling that you can't. Would be an interesting secret if you could, though. Then there is underground areas and old hotels as you get more and more into life and things. Right, so there's dead creatures, which again you have to use to stay alive, right? So they've got the squishy things on their brains. So the squishy things that we squished earlier, they're literally taking over these people, and they can take over you as well, so that's another enemy to look out for. They fall on you, take over your brain, and they're like brain slugs, and that's why we wanted to squish that thing earlier, to stop it. Hello. You guys aren't brain slug though. Maybe you think I'm brain slugs, but I'm not. I need something to throw in there. You've thrown stones at me. Right, so let's see if we can drag one of these corpses out. Conveniently placed right next to the water for us to do so. And drop that down there and then chase after this guy. Brain slugs aren't this intelligent, mate. They wouldn't solve your puzzles like this. So, you know, you're scared of nothing. He's ran away. He knew what I was doing. So here we have some brain slugs. Obviously we can squish that one. We'll let that thing eat them, because, you know, it's better that it eats it than it attaches to our brain. Nothing there, oh, nothing interesting. So yeah, I do like the game, and I recommend it. If I hadn't saw that enough. Big button. I'm falling for everything. The button is the safe area. This is a button. Yeah. Predictable! Safe area. Not safe area. If you had stones, you'd throw stones on them to check in reality. Wow. Now they're literally firing pea shooters at us. Spitting peas, because they don't like the peas. They just don't want to eat peas. I know that they're probably actually darts of some kinds, because this guy has darts in his back. Nope. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have stopped. Maybe I should have let them get squished. Maybe I should have kept running. But like I say, it's a cool way of narrating a story without actually telling you a story. Right, so one of their guys fails at the jump like I did. And then the other guys, they're going to keep running. That guy's going to get squished because he's a fool. This guy's going to keep coming, but he's going to think, hey, and get squished there. So, yeah. They got squished by their own puzzles after I got squished by them. I failed at everything. I was literally failed at every puzzle, haven't I? Literally every single opportunity to die, I've died. Right, so we can't drag that, so there's no point. So that means there's nothing to be scared of that will trigger anything that we could use with that. A ladder and a rope. Now we do need the rope lower, so that's why I'm climbing up. It will let me have the rope lower. But it's on a timer, so we don't want to waste time. Maybe I needed this over there first. Let's see what you're involved with. Okay. You're just to jump up onto the rope to keep it. Yeah. I remember! Puzzles! For sure. I totally remember. We don't want to die in the mint, so that's why we're avoiding that. But we need to keep the rope low. You also want to stay low so we can get down there quicker. No, get up. Right, we fucked it. We didn't. We did fuck it. Right, so we also need to be on that one to get that one to go down because they're door gates. With Bill Gates. Yeah. And then that is how you get through. There. I might not need to use the down button. I might just be able to run off. That would probably work as well, if I just natively run. Yeah, it's definitely not a death stick trigger. But this time I will keep hold of it. Because I'm not stupid. Honest. That's enough. We don't need it all the way. We just need to have it enough to get through. Perfect. Because if you wait too long, the other one is going to be in a bad cycle as well. Even though it was pretty lenient. To be honest. Creatures! Running away and digging into the sides. So here's where we actually get the threat of these things. Yeah, that just takes us over. But, it's not something that you can prevent. You just need to get taken over. But you also need to know how to get rid of them. And this is where it teaches you. It's like, it will try and kill you and run, but you need to either get to one of those, which will eat it off. Which we failed. Or the sunlight! And sunlight burns it. It does not like the sunlight. Shit, that was a fuck up. I shouldn't have jumped over that. Because now we're not going to have the height and now we're going to die. Sunlight makes it turn around. And then you need to get it eaten by one of those creatures. So it'll avoid the sunlight. You can jump, but you can't run. It controls the running. So, we only literally jump, so I can make it run. I can make him go a bit faster if I want him to go faster. But it will always natively start dragging you towards it. But I don't want to jump back over this. So when it makes me turn around, I want to grab it and push it until it's there. And then I can jump high enough to get it nibbled off. And save our lives! We don't need that box anymore. The box is only for that. But it's good to yours and bring. So we got mechanics and puzzles and different things as well. So, levers. If they serve a purpose, that isn't moving. It's just to demonstrate. Right, so hello, you're going to dig yourself into there. But you're a scary creature. We don't want to take your platform, so I'm not going to chase you. Okay. I want to be a bit closer to the edge maybe and break it. Now that that's there, I can make it scare it the other way. You go the other way. I want you in the wheel. I need you running the wheel. Creature, hamster of the night. And then whilst you're pushing that, I will connect it to make friction, to make electricity, to run something. So yeah, like I said, cool puzzles, an interesting way of doing it. Somehow that makes rain. Now I'm gonna fail at jumping onto that. Grab one more of these things that this thing drops. If we can pick it up. No, it's not gonna let me pick it up. But I think you can collect the stuff to torment the creatures and, you know, make them do different things. So he triggered a waterway, which allows us to progress. Obviously this is going to flood up, so we need this in the middle so we can actually traverse over. Maybe I just need to get on top of it as it slowly floods up. Maybe I just don't remember how this is going to work. Is this going to slowly flood up, or do I need it in the middle? Alright, so let's bring it over here, so where I can actually climb back out. Ah, here we go. Yeah, we connect the water. But I need this to be in the middle, where we can jump onto it and then across. Otherwise it's not going to work. Yep, there we go. And then we need to actually be able to get out as well. So, you know, perfect position to get out at the same time and then get over. So we flood this basin up so we can get over. And then we'll let go once it's fully filled. And then be quick so that it doesn't run out. And then we get over the other side. Nice. No drowning, no failure. Perfect. Then last little bit before I end the game, because we've shown off a bit and, you know, it's a reasonably short game, probably about 2 hours, but still, you know, it's a fun enough experience and it's cheap enough that it's worth it. What did I do wrong there? I didn't go up. I swear I pressed up. Okay, so we're going to be down here, and then there's going to be some more of those brain slug things in here. So, you know, there's less sunlight down here, but there are going to be light panes and different puzzles. And then it starts to go into areas that are going to have machinery and various things, right? So that starts flooding up, and then we probably need this box to come with us. Yeah, I need the box over here. No, I should have left the box over there. So, you know, if I leave the box in the point where it will actually go up where I want it. Because that's going to move, I do believe, with the water. So we'll go up that hole, even though it doesn't look like it will. And then we will ride the box up out of here. I swear you will come up. You will not come up, okay. So I guess I do need to bring it with me all the way and then drag it all the way across. No, I'm an idiot. I was right, but I was also slightly wrong. It doesn't natively move, there's a pull on it, and we need to pull it. So you see that little handle there? It's an introduction to these pull gates, because these are little pull gates. Oh shit. Oh, come on, you could have totally got out of there, mate. But it's a good way of introducing you to new mechanics, though, you know. It's like, what are you meant to do? You learn and you'll look around and you spot little things. That's probably not quite enough. And then as you spot these little things, you learn to identify them and use them later on in further puzzles. So this gate that we have to pull open. No. But I will use you to push that box a bit closer as well. Just so it's a bit further to where we want it to and avoid the spikes in the ceiling. So we can get out of here. And up this ladder. And then there's another box again which we're going to want to pull across. To get up. And out of here. So we got to get out of this place and find us a better place for me and you. And you'll notice fan turbines there because we're starting to descend into the machinery. The machinery in that box doesn't stay floating for long. But you'll start to flood in here. And again, you know, floodgates and these things. So more of these puzzles because we want that circle thing for some reason. When it floods up, it'll pop up. We need it over here. So I guess that was the lenient time to do that, but because I didn't go over there and do it, we fucked it up. Drown forever into oblivion. So that's a good time to call it anyway. So this has been Limbo. Check it out for yourself. Thanks for watching. Join us again tomorrow.